This is my official Extinction base. Let me go ahead and disable the chat box. I just realized that was going on. How do I do that? Auto chat box, I think? Maybe that'll just keep it from people talking. But yeah, anyway. This is my base on Extinction. I really haven't played on this in probably 2 or 3 weeks, as you can see. The only action really on here is stuff decaying or freezing to death. Or not freezing to death, but starving to death. But yeah, I haven't really been playing on it a lot since the holidays anyway, and I stopped with school and whatnot. But I got quite the structure going. This is all solo, by the way. And official, I guess, what server are we on here? What does it say? Oh, I guess it doesn't show the actual server. I think it's like 271 or something. But yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff in my cryopods here. This was a 150 UD. One of these is an element dust gacha, which are really sought after. I mean, I've had people offer me like tons of trades, like insane trades, like 5,000 ingots or something, even more, just for an element dust gacha. Oh, hey, we still got Gacha Claus here. I thought he was going away. But yeah, I just hopped on. I'm very disorganized. This looks organized, but it's not. I got a bunch of disgustingly overpowered blueprints in here. Ooh, that's my long neck rifle. Actually, I should probably move that somewhere. But yeah, like I said, I haven't played the server really in 2-3 weeks now. As soon as I got gachas and started getting like the insane gear, I just kind of like not lost interest, but it wasn't like as fun. I don't know. This map for me wasn't nearly as fun as what I think it could have been. Not to mention the mana garmers, which I gotta remember which one was my 145. Okay, that's the 140 mana garmer. These are all mutton tamed. I'm the sheep binding specialist. I want to say this one's the higher level. Let's look here. 3,500 stamina. 2,800 stamina. Okay. I don't know. I'll just take this one, I guess. Whatever. So yeah, I guess maybe I'll go hit up these Gacha Claus drops. I'm sure they've been pretty popular. Hello. I gotta really figure out how you can keybind the open doors. But basically, I'm just gonna kind of show you around here. I built this trap one day. I logged on and there's 2 max level wolves. That's my 2 wolves in there. They were like swimming right there. Stuff gets stuck a lot of times right there, and they were just swimming. So I built the trap real quick and tamed them. But yeah, once the mana garmers, I had. Obviously, I'm living in the snow biome, but I had begun in the snow biome too. I never got to start anywhere but the snow biome, so it was really tricky for me. I know I mentioned in my top 5 ugliest animals how much I hate the frickin' pigs, the Daedons. That's true, because I grew up, if you will, in the snow biome, and I had to deal with those guys, and those guys are not fun to deal with. Them and the wolves. I probably lost, like, I would tame, what do you call those things? Paracerthium? I would tame like one of those a day, and then when I'd get off for the night, I'd come on after taming it, and I'd be like, okay, cool, we got our Paracer, we can finally do stuff, and then 50 wolves would come up and surround me. And that was not fun, but I was kind of like the owl tamer on this server. And at the time, this is when I was starting to want to make videos. Ooh, 110 owl. See, like, back a week ago, or 3 weeks ago, I would have just put this thing in the trap and tamed it, and people love trading for these owls, so. But yeah, I was the owl tamer, and I had like traps all over the place, but I would get like 3 or 4 owls in one trap and knock them all down and have the mutton to feed them all. Of course, now I think maybe they patched owls, but before they were like starving very fast, so their tames would last like 10 minutes, even on official, and as I'm sure most of you know, official servers, the rates are just disgustingly low, so let's get rid of some of this stuff. I need some meat to feed my dinos, so I'll just hold on to this. But also, the ping was sitting up at about 200, and playing a game where you just have like a 2-3 second delay, it's just not fun. So yeah, when I would shoot dinosaurs, I'd be like this on a mammoth, and I wouldn't get a hit marker the entire time. So the mana garmers were useless. It was just way too laggy. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you where I started my little journey here, and then I guess I'll loop back and bring you back to my base. It probably won't be too long of an episode. I'll show you some plans for my base and what I want to do in the future here if I do end up staying. Which also brings me to another point. I know they announced on like the official forums or whatever they do now. I don't know how they communicate with the community, if they do at all anymore, but they announced that they were gonna allow transferring to Extinction and off Extinction or whatever it was in the next like couple weeks, which I felt very strange. I know Aberration and maybe Ragnarok, I can't remember. Sure, Scorched Earth, but the transferring was like non-existent. Like you couldn't do it for until like 6 months later or something. I don't know. But so I think that's probably causing a lot of controversy. Just for me personally, I don't really care for this map. I think the dinosaurs from it are cool. I think they're all way overpowered. I mean, look at this. I'm just sitting here from a range and this thing's just stun locked. I'm just freezing to death. This might be a 150 too. This thing's really tanky. No, it's just mate boosted. But yeah, I think the dinosaurs are really overpowered. I think the Titans make the game unfun for a solo player like myself. I mean, I'll never really be able to do that because of all the mega tribes that just hog them. I'd be surprised if someone didn't have one now. Desert Titan. But the caves, I can't do the snow cave anymore. The first like week or two, I was actually gonna make a video and show like the location of all the loot drops because I had snow owls and I was right next to the snow biome, so I was out there getting a lot of good loot from those drops in the cave. But now you can't bring flyers in there, which kind of sucks. So yeah, I decided after that patch, I was like, well, I can't make that video anymore. But yeah, this is my start. So I spawned in relatively close here. I was the only one in the snow biome at the time. I think I joined right when the servers were starting. And I decided I was going to build like a little 2x2 cube. And this 2x2 cube alone, what are you seeing, or rubber banding? This 2x2 cube alone was enough to take like 2 or 3 days just to make. I mean, look at all these wolves and stuff. Like, how do you expect to do anything out here? I don't know why I chose to live in the snow biome. I had never done it before, and I was like, oh, this could be kind of a challenge. I like challenging things. That's why Aberration's my favorite map. So yeah, it took me forever to get that little cube going without any dinosaurs. Imagine killing all this stuff without a dino. It's not really possible. And then I built this owl trap here, and I probably was, like I said, just taming an owl a day for probably the first week before I was able to get like a good start. They would just like die. I don't know. But I quickly was looking for a new spot to build, and after taming some other stuff, and people also coming and pillaring everywhere because it's official and people do that, I went over to this spot right here, and I think my stuff is decayed since, but it's still not a bad spot. And so I was going to build up here, and as you know, on PvE bases, sometimes people make stuff look cool, but most of the time, and especially in the snow biome, they just build big ass concrete blocks, which is what I have. And I was going to wall off this area and just kind of have like a big open platform here, kind of to myself, because you only have the one side you got to protect from, which I thought was cool. I still think it is a cool spot. But then I thought, hey, it'd be kind of cool to build on the water, so I built this little shack here while I gathered a bunch of materials. I think I ended up buying a Doedicurus and an Doedicurus and beaver. Ooh, what level are you? 80. And so I was over here farming and getting enough materials for my base. I was selling snow owls for like 200 stone walls each. I mean, I don't know what, for whatever reason, people couldn't come get their snow owls. It's the easiest. They were the easiest tames ever. I mean, imagine an Argentavis. You used to be able to just shoot them in the head with like 2 arrows, and that's all you needed to do. But yeah, I got enough stone structures for this big hunk of concrete in the background there. And I used to have a gate here, but I thought I had a metal spawn here, so I deleted the gate to see if that metal spawn would respawn, but I don't think there's a metal spawn. I think it was just crystal. Go ahead and kill this Yudi. Free him of his... Oh, that was the Kilo. Free him of his trap here. So yeah, the 3x3 cube, that was my home for a little while as well, while I was building the big base. That took me many nights, many days and many nights. But I was doing a lot of trading for that. As you know, like solo play, unofficial, is near impossible to do effectively. And it's not fun either, honestly. After, you know, a certain point, you just run out of stuff to do by yourself. You need other people to kind of entertain you, which was fine. I'm in an alliance. Hello. See if there's anyone on from the alliance, but let's see. I kind of want the pelts now. Probably keep all that stuff. But yeah, so I made this box here. I put some. Actually, the first thing I made was this greenhouse, believe it or not. And I was like, okay, cool. I got my greenhouse because I envisioned like a really cool greenhouse area over here, which I do think that is a cool greenhouse. This is all official, so yeah, it took me a lot of grinding materials, but without gotchas. I should mention all of this was before I went and got gotchas. And yeah, that's kind of where my structure started. I think it's kind of cool. I'm on like this lake area. Some of you may know where it is, but it's on the edge of the map. I constantly have that ticking. I'm actually like desensitized to it now. I don't even hear it when it happens, the beeping from those obelisk things. I don't even notice when that happens. Go ahead and get all our raw meat out of here. Close the door too, because it's dangerous. So yeah, I mean, I've gone through probably half a dozen managarmers that I've killed. I died in the snow cave with my max level that I relatively just tamed, I guess. It was pretty new tame. Sure, all these dinos are really hungry, but yeah, I got quite a bit of stuff. I don't know, did my snow owls? Oh, I had a bunch of snow owls, probably like 10 plus, and I was just feeding my gotchas here with the pellets. They were full. They actually had the black weight symbol, meaning they were full on items. So I had like, I don't know what the number is, but a ton of snow owl pellets, and those were another kind of currency for me. I was trading snow owl pellets, which was kind of fun. I was getting like 10 metal per pellet or something, 5 metal per pellet. I don't know. People just wanted them, I guess, to tame gotchas, to try and get element dust gotchas or something. But yeah, so I am way up. I guess I could show you on this map here. This is me right there. Oh, sorry, right there, I think. I don't know. One of those two. So as you can see, I'm the very tip of the map. So going to trade and stuff kind of sucked, especially since I was the only one, always the one that like went out and traded for other people, or brought the trade. So yeah, I guess I'll show off some of my chests. They're all labeled and color coordinated. I kind of remembered what the colors were. I planned on putting my grinder down here and my industrial forge, but I never actually got around to that. Sorry, I'm kind of readjusting. And so yeah, I got cryo fridge. At one point I did. Oh, I gotta get some food, sorry. This is my only fridge as well. So I'll just eat ham chops. At one point I did do the Ice Titan, which was really fun. Let's go. This is the first time I've ever unlocked tech tier, so yeah, I unlocked the replicator. I'll never build this thing. There's like no way I'll ever get to it. Just way too much grinding for one person, and it just gets like monotonous. It's very boring. So yeah, I got that going. Let's check out some of the stuff I got in here. I know somewhere I got some good blueprints. I did transfer and got like chainsaw blueprints. I went to Scorched Earth and Aberration. Some of the gotcha drops you get are just absolutely insane. Like a 280 pump shotgun. Like, God, it's just nuts. And I got a nice compound bow blueprint from a drop. Yeah, some really cool stuff. I was planning on getting an enforcer. I didn't realize this was a 140. It's really cool, but they're just expensive, and like I keep saying, it's just hard to do solo. So yeah, I had collected up a bunch of gotcha crystals. I don't even know what's in this. Oh, stone. Got Ascendant Hazard. I got a tech blueprint. Actually, I was doing drops for a while. At one point on our server, there was like 10 plus managarmers going around doing the drop pods, which was really fun actually, with like a huge group on the server and using the whip and just trying to get as much loot as you can. But like we got some insane blueprints, like this flak helmet and the other stuff like that. All the riot gear that I've got. 500 armor. Like, this isn't from a blueprint. These are 3 different pieces. I don't know if they capped that or what, but yeah, we got some pretty crazy stuff in here. There's my long neck rifle. Yeah, they're all 496, so they must cap out at a certain point on official, otherwise that would be too overpowered. Oh, what else really I have to show? I just got a ton of element dust and element, and people love this stuff. I mean, all the people that are using those mechs, they love to, are they mechs or techs? I don't know what they're called. They love to trade for the element, so that's like my biggest trading factor there. I get to trade element, and they're like, sure, we'll give you whatever you need. So that was nice. Got a bunch of trophies here. I've never seen this guy here, so like I have to confess, I dragged a dead body, a dead Chinese guy's body, it was a box name, into the water, and I took his implant. He was naked, so it didn't really matter, but yeah, I got this I guess he's been killing some bosses on some maps. His character's been places. But yeah, I got a bunch of stuff I'm saving up for nothing because I'll never do the what do you call them? Why can't I think of the name? The ancient guys. The colossal, whatever you want to call them. So just a bunch of stuff. Miscellaneous stuff. Structures. Let's get some of my smithy here. Yeah. But yeah, I guess I gotta keep feeding here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. At one point, I really wanted to connect this. I'll show you out here. I really wanted to connect my base to the same snap point up there. So I was trying to build like a huge ramp, and I could only ever get it to like right here, and then the foundation support would kind of screw up. So that kind of sucked. So my thought was maybe I'll just make like an elevator, because I forgot those even existed, and I was like, wait, I could just put an elevator all the way up, and that's even better looking than the ramp. Well, cool ramps are cool stuff, so I don't know. But yeah, I gotta keep feeding. I've been feeding these stuff, thankfully. I only let one gacha die, and it didn't really have any resources that I cared about. Although I do need to take one of you guys to go get some berries. Who wants to get berries? But yeah, I guess I can do that after I end this. I just wanted to showcase my official base, solo, 100% solo. So it's doable, but it's really hard to maintain, and you gotta kind of devote a lot of time to it. This is my greenhouse, which I actually think turned out really nice. I'm pretty satisfied with this. I had a third dung beetle, but he starved, poor guy. But yeah, I'm able to... Oh, actually I've been using the fertilizer, so I can just take it from here. I was putting snow pellets in there, which if you don't know, snow pellets are like great fertilizers, and if you have as many as I do, then you can just use that as your fertilizer. But yeah, I have a bunch of crops for days, more than I'll ever need. So I use that as food sometimes too, although I don't know if they eat that out of the trough. Never been sure. But I think it turned out really cool. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get this thing on the same snap point. I was kind of new to building on top of pillars. I never really built a base on pillars, so I didn't realize that I could pillar down on a structure to get the same snap point. I don't know how to explain it, but I screwed it up anyway, and I got the snap point close enough. That's all that matters. We'll go ahead and put these mayhoes in. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode of I say episode. This is just me showcasing my official base for people curious. I placed those stone ceilings so I could put flowers on there like that RG. I got a really good RG. I can't tell what, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's this guy. This was a 150 tame, and it had 393 base melee. That's the highest I've ever seen a base melee stat in the wild. So I was pretty happy with that. It was mutton tame, not kibble. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. You liked my official base, or there's things that you think I could have changed, or think I did well, let me know. I'm just curious what you guys think of a solo official play. It's boring. It's fun in the beginning, but it gets really boring and monotonous, like I've been saying. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe.